I said 3 p.m. and I mean I was here at like 2:59, live everywhere. Hi everyone. And so today's live, I'm just gonna introduce myself. I'm Olena of popthepimple.com, and today I am doing a meditation video. And I don't even know where to look because I'm doing this on 3 different cameras and it's really confusing. Maybe if I set them all up kind of in the same general direction, it would make more sense to everyone, but like they're all on different lengths. This is my, look Instagram fam. This is what's happening right there. This is very meta, isn't it? Okay, so everyone's seeing everyone. Let me just maybe set my phone on my computer, if that makes any sense, and then set everybody else in front of my camera. This is so crazy. Let me do this. Sorry guys, it's the first one, so like there's, me figuring stuff out. So it's not very perfect, which is kind of the idea of all of this. I'm sitting on my yoga mat. People on Instagram can see. The people on YouTube cannot. Okay, so finally you can see my phone on Facebook, guys, but this is it. This is how it's going to be. Maybe tomorrow I'll figure out a more efficient way of doing this multi-live situation. But so I'm Olena of popthepimple.com, and welcome to today's live meditation. You get to meditate with me on Instagram and on Facebook. But before I begin, I wanted to talk about why I'm even doing this, because this whole meditation thing has been coming into my awareness for a long time. For a long time, years, okay? Years. And I resisted it. And as you know, what you resist persists. And so it's been something that just keeps coming into my awareness over and over and over again. Like, Olena, breathing, so beneficial. Meditation, so beneficial. And I just keep hearing the word meditate all around me. I don't know if you notice that kind of thing in your experience where like a message that's supposed to come into your awareness just keeps coming and you can't turn it off. Let me just move this plant a little bit. So I decided to kind of turn meditation into something that I integrate into my daily practice, because I don't really have a daily practice. I have been kind of winging life, unless I want something. And when I want something, then suddenly I'm so focused on it and I can get it, I can create it. And I've done this with my perfect relationship, my perfect home that I'm currently living in, big money figures. Like, I've been kind of good at this stuff, but now I think it's time to take it to a whole other level. And I don't know why I've been resisting meditation, given that it is so beneficial. Like, everybody knows that meditation is beneficial. Now, let me know in the comments below what you know about meditation. Like, have you tried it? Why haven't you, if you haven't? If you have, what has it done for you? Like, I'd like to know all these things. And finally, what benefits of meditation are you aware of? Because everybody knows that it makes you feel better on the inside, right? Everybody knows that it promotes feelings of peace and bliss and happiness and groundedness and presence and mindfulness and all these wonderful things that actually allow us to be much happier individuals overall. But then why don't we all do it? Like, there's all this good stuff, but why then don't we all do it? And so I'm all like, I did the research. I actually wrote an article about it in my Cure It With Love Clear Skin community, my coaching community on Facebook. And then I'm like, okay, I really need to actually start practicing this. Something that is little known about meditation, and this has been studied at length, is that meditation lowers inflammation. And it has been proven time and time again that meditation lowers inflammation. Like, all the inflammatory markers in your body, they decrease with meditation. So inflammation goes down. And I don't know if many of you know this, but inflammation is the root cause of many diseases. It's kind of like the biggest vehicle for diseases to happen in the body, including acne, which really I wouldn't call it a disease in the traditional sense, but any disease is dis-ease. You not being at ease with yourself in one way or another, whether it's you holding on to some stuff that you have to forgive in your own past, with people in your life, what have you. It's a journey for all of us. This is so weird. I have 3 of me that I'm looking at right now. It sucks that I can't see any of you right now. I'm like, Olena, 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 you know. Woo, tripping. Oh, and I don't have my timer. Oh yeah, what am I gonna do for a timer? This is gonna be a weird meditation. I don't have a timer. I was gonna use my phone, but I'm filming on my phone and everywhere. I'm filming everywhere. Anyway, the other thing that meditation does, besides lower inflammation, which is responsible for so many bad things, is it lengthens telomeres. And telomeres, not many people talk about this daily, are the ends of our DNA strands. And if you imagine our DNA strands like X's, the ends of those X's have these little tips, kind of like shoelaces have those little metal tips, you know? And with age, those tips get shorter, and that causes us to age, like overall, because it's our DNA. What meditation does, magically, as though by magic, it actually lengthens telomeres. And this was even studied in people with cancer. And the people who meditated and had cancer were able to lengthen their telomeres, like change their DNA just by meditating. So after I'd done all the research on meditation, I started feeling stupid for not meditating. I'm like, there's so many benefits. It's free, it's easy, it requires very little time. Like, what am I not fully committed to my own, self-love, growth, and superhumanity? Of course I am, right? So I finally had to, commit to it, make it a priority. Today I will be meditating. It's not a big deal. Meditation is not like a huge, oh my God, you have to be an expert to do it. All you have to do is be alone. I don't know how I'm gonna meditate with all of you watching me. That will be a very interesting experience. Maybe the energy will add to my experience and do something really, really cool. It can be distracting too. What's amazing about meditation, actually, another thing, more benefits, is that studies were done on monks who meditate, Buddhist monks, and apparently their prefrontal cortex is larger than that of the average human being, and specifically the area that controls happiness, it's I think the left prefrontal cortex area, that area is way larger, okay? And their minds are also better organized. Their brains are better organized, actually, their brains specifically, because this meditation affects your brain. It changes kind of like the layout and the efficiency of your brain, and some areas can actually grow, and specifically the prefrontal cortex, which is huge for happiness, okay? And focus and control over yourself, feeling good, all these things. People think that the brain is static and fixed, and that we're born with a certain amount of nerve cells, but science is showing that you can actually create new nerve cells and brain cells, and you can make areas of your brain grow. And when you don't use certain skills and things, those areas of your brain then shrink back to their previously determined default size. So meditation can literally rewire your brain. So, for those of you who have any family predisposition to anything like Alzheimer's, meditation can prevent all that kind of stuff. It is such a powerful practice, and so I decided to finally implement it into my life, okay? So, I guess what we're going to do is meditate. And The way to do it is very simple. You just sit in silence. You can even do it with your eyes open if you so choose. But I'm gonna do it with my eyes closed so as not to like see all your comments popping up, because I see lots of comments. And so you just do it with your eyes closed in the beginning, you know, to get accustomed to the sensations and stuff. And you are just with yourself for some amount of time. You can get a timer, a meditation timer, if you just Google or search meditation timer. They have really nice ones that kind of ease you into the meditation and ease you out of the meditation, and you can set it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long you want. If you want to meditate for 2 hours, go ahead. There's some people that do, and it's amazing. I'm doing baby steps for now, and every day I hope to up my time a little bit. But today I was going to start with 5 minutes, and now I'm thinking, why not 10? Why not 10 minutes for my first meditation? I mean, this isn't my first ever meditation. I did guided meditations in the past for a lot, and they really helped me get through some tough times, like my first ever breakup. They really did help. They kind of did stuff to my brain that was really cool, because meditation can change your brain waves. It's just so many things, so many cool things. Today, I think I will just sit here in silence and focus on my breath, but I think it's important to go into anything in life with an intention. And so if you're meditating with me today, say yes, say hello, I'm gonna start with you, yay, that would be really cool. So yeah, if you're meditating with me, let's set an intention together for our meditation session today. Your meditation can be different from my meditation, that's totally cool, but my intention today is to follow through on this. It's very simple. It's just to follow through on 10 minutes of meditation without judging myself for it, you know, because thoughts are going to come and go. And so it's important as you sit in silence with yourself, just fully present, you don't judge yourself for the thoughts that come and go, because that's not the point. Mind will chatter, but what's important to note is the noises of our minds is not necessarily our own thoughts. So the thoughts that we think we're thinking, that we think are our own thoughts, are not necessarily our own thoughts. They can be from something we saw on TV. It could be from something that we heard from, you know, a loved one or whatever. And that's kind of cool that you can learn to become aware of your thoughts, whether they are your own or not, and then you can just be like, I don't like this thought, it doesn't serve me, I don't think it's my own, so I'll just let it be, let it go, and perhaps you can become aware of limiting beliefs that you're having about yourself or your life, and you can begin to let go of them as well. Breathing is a huge part of meditation, and it really is amazing because it oxygenates your, you know, everything. So it's good for the brain, it's good for every cell in the body. And us normal folks of today seem to kind of do a bad job with breathing. What we tend to do is kind of breathe shallow, like short breaths, instead of deep, like really nourishing breaths. And so meditation is also a way to practice breathing, not just, you know, being a little more mindful and forgiving, accepting, loving of yourself and your thoughts, your being, but also just giving your body more oxygen, which oxygen is powerful. A routine review client of mine recently told me, she's a cancer survivor and she's one of the most incredible people ever. And she told me studies and stuff have been done on just oxygen on cancer survivors, and it could kill cancer, it could do so many things. It's a special kind of pressurized oxygen. There's a word for this that I have no idea what it is. I wrote it down in my notes, but I don't have them in front of me because I'm meditating. I'm not, you know, I don't have a bunch of distractions around me. I just have this beautiful palm tree. I'm sitting on my yoga mat that's like rolled into a few layers to be really comfortable. And so a tip for when you meditate is you can have your hands on your knees in a simple kind of lotusy position. And if your hands are up, you're more receptive. And if your hands are down, then you are more grounded. So it depends on the intention that you are feeling in the moment, and like what is it that you want to accomplish here today. Please leave your comments below. Let me know where you're from, because that's fascinating to me. Where are you from? Where are you going to start meditating with me? Because I'm going to do this every day at 3 p.m. Paris time. I guess we're going to begin. I'm a little nervous. Let me just, should I close the door? No, that's it. Just nothing, no earplugs. Like, I don't know, I'm such a high-strung person, I really need this, and I'm like nervous to get it wrong. I'm like, what if I do meditation wrong? So this is why this is a very good practice for somebody like me, so I can chill out, okay? All right, do I want to be grounded today or receptive? Maybe receptive. Let's try receptive. Maybe somebody could set a timer for 10 minutes and like call me. So I'm just gonna freestyle this and just gonna do it now. Breathing in and out and focusing on my breath. Okay, I'm out. Hi for anyone joining me. I just did a meditation. I think that, I have no idea how long that was. I'm gonna have to probably go on Facebook or watch one of these videos to find out how long that was, given that I didn't bring a watch or a timer, which is kind of cool, but tomorrow I will have a watch just to, you know, and such a North American thing to do, like, I'm gonna watch how long I meditate for. Well, firstly, I had lots of thoughts that came in, like creative thoughts, to-do list thoughts, like all kinds of different thoughts. But I would kind of just keep focusing on my breath, And there were moments in there of started like crazy raining outside. That was very cool. Like, I felt extremely peaceful in some moments. In some moments, I did find that I was almost like outside my body, a part of everything at once. Yeah, there were moments where I just felt maybe I'm intellectualizing this a little too much, but hopefully with practice, I can become like a master meditator. Because that's the amazing part about life, is that we can continue to learn and grow in different spheres. And honestly, lately I've been extremely comfortable. My life has been very, very, very good. Like, extraordinarily good. Why not make it better? What am I going to coast on good? I can always go excellent. Okay, it's been excellent, but maybe I can go like super duper excellent, you know what I mean? I just feel like meditation is this easy way to improve the quality of life in general, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It makes you a better human being overall. I don't mean better than somebody else, I mean better than you were yesterday. You know, I don't compare myself to other people, I compare myself to like a minute ago. So I like to improve always, because when you don't use it, you lose it. And that goes for everything. All your skills, like when you don't draw, like I used to draw a lot. The less I draw, the less proficient I am at drawing. You know, the less awesome my drawings are. The more I draw, the better my drawings are. But also, what's happening in the brain is I'm making new neural connections, and the area of my brain responsible for, you know, hand-eye coordination and whatever else is required with drawing, that area actually can grow. So and again, meditation can change your brain literally. So if you have any issues with anger, addiction, sadness, anything at all, meditation is your friend. It can improve sleep quality, focus, productivity. I mean, all the successful people in the world, if you ask them, like, you know, like their morning rituals, whatever, meditation, visualization as well. The thing that you can do, and that I'm going to do throughout this practice, is not just set intentions, but also maybe visualize certain things over and over and over again as I meditate, and kind of meditate on those visualizations and see what that can do. Maybe focus on things I'm grateful for, or things that I would like to create that I'm grateful for, you know, because the way you create new stuff is by being grateful for it already, as though you have it. Overall, I enjoyed this experience, and I think tomorrow it will be even better, and the next day and the next day, and I want to do this for the month of June and create this practice in my life where I know that every day at a certain time, or maybe later I'll change the time, like when I'm finished with these 31 days. I think June has 30 days or 30. June has 30 days. Perfect. I know my months. Very good. For the next 30 days, I'm going to be creating this new habit, even though it takes, they say, around 60 days to create a new habit. But after the 30 days, I will continue on with it and make it a priority in my life, because the only way to, you know, do something is to prioritize it in your life. I think meditation has to be a priority, because it's like utmost show of self-love. You know, it really, it's not really, it's for me. I can do it for me. It helps me tremendously. It can also help you tremendously. And maybe together we can meditate on because I've heard of, you know, collective prayer and collective meditations, collective like energy focus is very, very powerful. So we can perhaps heal each other and ourselves. But I mean, this perhaps that I just used is a bullshit perhaps, because we can actually heal ourselves with our own minds. Our minds are that powerful. We are that powerful. It's just the beliefs around it, the beliefs that say this is impossible, that are making it impossible. I actually have a really cool experiment that I did in my Cure It With Love course. That's like magical, and it shows you how powerful the mind is and how powerful you are. That's for the course. I want to keep it in there because it's like a huge surprise, and everyone who does it is like, oh my god, oh my god. The course is coming soon. Don't you worry, I was editing it yesterday. I'm really excited for it because it's called Cure It With Love for a reason. Love is the ultimate thing. It is who we all are, even if sometimes we don't act like it. And I think that this meditation thing is gonna bring me closer to that feeling, you know, even though like I can feel it every day. I am loved, you know, every day, but some days are harder than others. Some days you buy into the illusion of this world that we created for ourselves, you know, more than other days. And for instance, I don't know if you ladies can relate, but like, you know, that time of the month where your body goes through all these hormonal changes? Well, for me in particular, that can affect my mental state in a big way. But for a while on my phone, I had this reminder that kept popping up, and it said, heal yourself with your mind. And it was a reminder that I can. And I just kept kind of ignoring that reminder that kept popping up every single day on my phone. And days ago, or was it weeks, when I announced it on Instagram, I said I wanted to do a meditation month. It came out of the blue, that thought. You think out of the blue, seemingly out of the blue, but the thought came to me that I need to do a meditation month. And so that's how this all came to be. Just, you know, you plant seeds in your life, or somebody does. You do. You plant your own seeds overall. And eventually, you know, by seeds I mean like little thoughts, ideas here and there, and then those thoughts and seeds develop into something bigger, and they grow and they grow and they grow until you can't ignore the beautiful flower that's in front of you. Oh, Rebecca, I think being consistent with meditation could be really amazing for clear skin. Like, this is something that I knew about for ages ago, and I kind of maybe briefly touched upon it in my acne stress article in my 28 Days of Clear Skin series. But meditation was something that like I just kept resisting. I don't know why. It's like sometimes you're happy like where you are, and you know it can get better with just a little bit of additional effort, you know, and it's not even big effort. It's ridiculously like easy to meditate. It's just a matter of sitting yourself down, turning off the Netflix, you know, and not thinking about everything that you have to do, and just giving yourself that time to yourself. And that it's like a little mini vacation for yourself, you know, for your soul, mini soul vacation. I'd like to know where you guys are from. Please write. I want to know. And is this something that you're gonna want to try with me, this meditation thing? I mean, you don't have to, because I mean, it took me a while to kind of come to this idea on my own, as in it was like I knew so many people who were meditating. I knew the benefits of it, and I knew they were huge, and yet I wasn't doing it. And so I find that it's something that we are each on our own journeys at our own pace. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. You know, you're not a lesser person if you don't meditate. But if it's coming into your awareness enough times, like it has for me, I think it's something that you have to like stop yourself and check yourself and be like, why am I not doing this if I know how good it is for me? Thank you everyone for joining me and watching me sleep. It was fun, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. Paris time. So do your like time zone conversion and figure out what time 3 p.m. Paris time is for you, so you can join me live and we can meditate together. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on the subject. If you have any meditation tips, I am willing to listen because I'm a total amateur at this. And practice makes perfect, you know, with anything in life. Like everything seems difficult until you know how to do it. But sometimes the way to learn is just to kind of do it without getting like overly prepared, like, okay, this is how I have to. No, just according to some monks, you can do like for 30 seconds, you can just zone out wherever you are, whether it's on the subway, like you can meditate anywhere. It doesn't have to be a totally solitary experience on a yoga mat. It could be anything you want it to be. And I find that for the most part, when I'm in the flow, like when I'm working, I'm actually meditating because I don't feel my body, I don't feel time, and my thoughts don't feel like they're even my own. I feel like I'm channeling sometimes ideas and things, especially when I'm writing or editing photos. Like I'm just like zone out, I'm not even there. In the end, I'm like, oh, this is cool, ooh, I like this, oh, so well written. I find that being in the flow is actually kind of like meditation. And sometimes on my runs, when I go running, I feel like I'm a bit like meditating. And they say, or at least in the book Conversations with God, God said, by Neil Donald Walsh, super good. If you follow me, you hear me talking about this series of books, but God said that exercise is meditation for your body. Okay guys, thank you so much for being with me on this. Stay tuned for tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. This was Olena of popthepimple.com.